In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the concepts of string manipulation, string formatting, and drawing in Python. So to start with, I'm going to print the upper left-hand corner of what will eventually be a rectangle. The code here, which is backslash lowercase u 250 uppercase C, came from a website that was referenced in chapter 12 of Muller. I'll link that information below the video. So if you can see here, this is the upper left-hand corner of what will eventually be a rectangle. And so I'll start printing out the rest of what will eventually be the rectangle. These are just the components and they demonstrate drawing in Python or with Python. So let's print all of those components out. We have the upper left-hand corner, upper right-hand corner, lower left-hand corner, and lower right-hand corner of the rectangle. Next, I'm just going to delete this code and I'm going to create the rectangle I mentioned programmatically using a function. And I'm going to call that function down here. So it's the rectangle underscore function. And you'll see here that I've created a rectangle and printed it to the console. Next, I'm going to create a for loop, and that for loop will print the rectangle function to the screen 6 times. I'm just going to comment out where I have the rectangle function called here and call it down here within the for loop. So now you can see that I've printed the rectangle to the screen 6 times. Again, this is an example of drawing with Python. Next, what I'm going to do is declare some variables that will separate the parts of the rectangle. So I have a variable for the top of the rectangle and another variable for the bottom of the rectangle. With these variables, what I'm going to do is print the top of the rectangle and the bottom of the rectangle side by side. So you can see here, we have the top of the rectangle on the left-hand side, the bottom of the rectangle on the right-hand side. I'm going to comment out that code so I can demonstrate how to select individual characters in the strings I created up here. And we're going to select those individual characters using their indexes. So first I'm going to print the upper left hand side of the top of the rectangle by using the index 0. So here in the string backslash lowercase u 250 uppercase C is the first index in this string, so it has the index number of 0. Now I'll print that. And so you can see I've only printed the index 0 for the top of the rectangle, which is the upper left-hand side of the rectangle. I'm going to print out the rest of the components of the rectangle using their index numbers in the specific strings they're in. All right, and you can see how I've done that here, and it creates kind of a maze effect or a wiggly line. Next, what I want to do is some further manipulation of the strings, but this time I'm going to change where the box appears on the screen, where the top half of the box and the bottom half of the box appear on the screen. I'm going to do that using a built-in Python function called center.center, and this adds padding to the whatever string I'm inputting or whatever string I'm manipulating. So I'm manipulating top of rectangle dot I'm manipulating the string top of rectangle here, and then using the built-in Python function center to add some white space to the left-hand side of the screen. So you can see we have this padding here, and now the top of the rectangle and the bottom of the rectangle both have padding on the left-hand side. I have this padding over here too. Next, we're going to do some further manipulation by replacing parts of the rectangle, and I'm going to, first I'm just trying to comment out this code. So I'm going to replace the upper left hand corner of the rectangle or box with the lower left hand corner. And I'm going to do this using my top of rectangle variable, which is a string, and using the built-in function replace. So I'm going to replace the upper left-hand corner of the string with, or of the rectangle, with the lower left-hand corner of the rectangle. So I'm replacing this string with this string in the variable top of rectangle. So I'll print that to the screen now. And you can see here's the upper right hand corner, and here's the lower left hand corner, which has replaced the upper left hand corner. Finally, I'm going to do some string formatting, and with this string formatting, I'm going to print the name or the title I've given to each part of the rectangle next to the component that is drawn to the screen. So I have upper left hand corner next to upper left hand corner, lower left hand corner next to the lower left hand corner, upper right corner next to upper right hand corner, and lower right corner next to the lower right hand corner.